A lot of the prophets spoke about things in our period that were telltale signs that the messianic period has arrived. So here's a few that kind of I put together and I've just been ruminating on. It says in the Torah, and this is a very easy one, that in the time of Messiah, we'll be able to all travel to Israel on the wings of eagles. So if you told me that 300 years ago, like literally I'm going to get on an eagle and ride it like a dragon to Israel. You're literally on an airplane going on wings of eagles to Israel. That was the prophecy, and that's very possible today. And right now, there's, I think, almost more than 50% of the Jews living in Israel, which is also a miracle in itself. Let's go to another one. It says in the time of Mashiach that the pig will become kosher to you. Pig is like the number one no-no, as it's not kosher. Yeah. So how could a pig become kosher? They take a cell from an animal, then they duplicate that cell to make tissue. Then from that tissue, they take one cell, and they duplicate that cell into a tissue, and they take one cell from that tissue on and on, let's say 4 or 5 times. There's a concept in Judaism that if it's 4 times removed in that regard, then it can actually become kosher because the meat is no longer being nourished by that animal. It wasn't birthed by that mother animal. It was created completely in the lab. But you are eating pork that's kosher. If you told me that 500 years ago, I'd be like, I have no idea how this pig would become kosher. We're seeing these things where science and Kabbalah are like merging. Yeah. They're speaking the same language and like technology's kind of getting there. Here's the third one. You're going to be able to pick bread from the trees. Have you ever seen bread from the tree? No. Nowadays, how do you get your apples? You're getting it from the supermarket. How easy is it to get bread nowadays? You're picking it from the supermarket. It's right there. You're picking it ready to go. Here's the fourth one. This one's a little bit nutty. Beit HaMikdash, a third temple, is said to come down from the heavens. Did you know that in China right now, they are 3D printing buildings, skyscrapers within months? If you were like plopped into, let's say 2036, and all of a sudden you see a building go up within a minute, you'd be like, that just came from God, from heaven. I think that's the prophecy they saw. I'm just trying to look at it things like in a more practical sense, and every day you have to feel like he's coming. You feel like the Messiah is coming. So I think you have to prepare by making it feel realistic. And the last but not least, money is not going to be an obstacle. Everyone's going to be wealthy. The reason for that is so we can spend our time not toiling in work, but rather toiling in Torah. And do you know where we're at right now with robotics? It's said to take over the workforce. So imagine these robots are built and they could take over all of our tasks. We're no longer going to have to work. So what are we going to spend our time doing? Musk says you're either going to be watching a lot of cool videos, but I say you're going to be able to spend your time exploring God, the creator of the universe, and through all this technology, be able to understand why he created the universe, why we are here, what's our purpose, what's our meaning as humanity.